So I'm making a top five list right now, and my top five list for my top five favorite movies of 2016. We're gonna kick it off here with Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange to me is a really well-made movie. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and I mean, a lot of people want to compare it to Marvel's Iron Man and say, oh, it's the same story outline and plot and execution and everything like that. But as far as I'm concerned, it has its own unique style and flavor to it, where it's like, I mean, there's a lot going on underneath the surface of this movie. And I feel that a lot of people are missing that. Like, the main thing that's in the movie is that there are a lot of characters in the movie that have to go through some sort of healing, where they have to go through some inner self-healing or some mental healing. And it's a lot about the spiritual side of things, where it's like, you know, you want to look inside of your soul and your spirit and use that to be able to have you cope with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And I feel like that is a brilliant aspect of the movie, dealing with, you know, like in that universe, dealing with the mystical arts and stuff like that. I think that's really unique in the movie, and I've never really seen anything done like what Doctor Strange did. And so just the way the character execution is and how many characters we have, even though maybe the villain doesn't get a wide range of things to do, I would say that what the villain does in this film, I understand. I can understand what he's going through just based off of the little stuff that Mads Mikkelsen's character says throughout the movie towards the Ancient One and stuff that he just the way he reacts towards things in the movie, I feel, is very unique, and it satisfies me. It's good enough. It's not horrible or anything like that. I really enjoy it. But yeah, Doctor Strange, really fantastic Marvel movie. I actually enjoyed it more than I liked Civil War. I enjoyed it more than I liked Civil War, to be honest with you. And so that's why Doctor Strange is number 5. Now, number 4 on my list is a movie called The Lobster. It stars Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, John C. Reilly, and a cast of many other talented actors. Now, this movie is directed by a man who also directed a very independent movie called Dogtooth. Now, a lot of people who saw that movie should definitely know what they're getting into when they watch The Lobster. The Lobster is an ultra weird movie about love and companionship and trying to find the right soulmate. And in the movie, in that universe, it talks about how, like, well, you need to love someone who is pretty much identical to you, and if you don't find someone, you'll be turned into an animal, or you'll just be a lonely person who will forever be hunted by society for the rest of your life, and you'll have to either live in one of those 3 ways. And I would definitely say that this has little sprinkles of a Wes Anderson movie, just based on the fact of how weird it is, because just the way the actors act in the movie, the way the plot execution is, the way the directing is, just everything about this movie is ultra weird. And I really enjoyed this movie. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a phenomenal film. I highly recommend it to people. And a lot of people will say that, well, you know, it did come out initially in 2015, and so it's not a 2016 movie. But I beg to differ. I mean, it got a wide release where I currently reside in May 2016, so that's why it goes on my number 4 list of top 5 favorite movies of 2016. And if you haven't seen The Lobster, I highly recommend it. If you, like I said, if you just like weird, just super ultra weird stuff in your movies that also has a lot of heart to it as well. So yeah, The Lobster definitely deserves the number 4 spot on my list. Number 3 on my list is Hacksaw Ridge, a film directed by Mel Gibson. It stars Andrew Garfield, Vince Vaughn, Sam Worthington, and a cast of many other actors. Now, I am a huge Mel Gibson fan, regardless of what you think about Mel Gibson in his personal life. I really love Mel Gibson, not only as an actor, but also as a director. Like, if you haven't seen Braveheart, Apocalypto, Passion of the Christ, I highly recommend those movies because Hacksaw Ridge, I would say, is one of the best films that Mel Gibson has ever directed. Like, the movie is handled with extreme attention to detail, craftsmanship. He definitely knows how to handle his actors in the movie. The film is just absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend it to people who just love movies, like just watching magnificent actors. And also, Hugo Weaving in this movie just nails it. He has a magnificent performance in this movie. I hope that he definitely gets nominated for an Academy Award for 2016 because Hugo Weaving definitely nails it in this movie. Andrew Garfield nails it as well. Vince Vaughn. Mel Gibson definitely knew what he was doing in this movie. Phenomenal movie. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this movie. Hacksaw Ridge is just so good. It's so nail-biting. It's so intense. It's so engaging. I definitely recommend it for people who just, even if you don't like war movies, I don't like war movies, but if Mel Gibson is directing a war movie, I'm definitely going to watch it because Mel Gibson is an extremely skillful, talented director, and that's why it's number 3 on my list. Now, the number 2 movie that I want to talk about here is absolutely my favorite movie of this year. I mean, it's not number 1, obviously, but it's definitely number 2 because I absolutely love this movie, The Neon Demon. Directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, however you want to say it. But this guy has such an amazing eye for just colors and vibrant colors. Like, The Neon Demon, a lot of people want to say, well, you know, it's all style over substance, and I beg to differ. Like, if you watch this movie with a mindful eye, you will notice that there is not a lot of stuff on the surface. Yes, I mean, there are colors, there is just really beautiful stuff here on the surface level, but there is a lot of substance within the style of this movie. Like, if you really pay attention to like the color palette of the movie, the colors definitely represent character emotions and motivations. If you know what colors represent, you'll definitely figure out what each character is going through as the plot thickens and the story progresses. But yeah, there's a lot of substance in this movie that I feel a lot of people don't notice is because they don't have a mindful eye for this movie. But not only that, the musical score in this movie is just phenomenal. I love it. I definitely listen to it on my music device. It is an amazing soundtrack. I can't say enough good things about The Neon Demon. I mean, I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's definitely number 2 for a reason, not just because of the style of the film, but just because there is substance within the style of this film. It is a phenomenal, flooring, jarring, exciting, adrenaline-pumping movie. It has a phenomenal cast of characters in it. Very, like I said, vibrant colors, awesome soundtrack. There's definitely substance within the movie. You just have to look at it from a multi-layered standpoint, and I guarantee you that if you watch all of the things in the movie that are not on the surface level and you just pay attention to the details within the texture of the movie, you will definitely pick up on things that you will not be able to pick up on if you just watch the movie from a surface level. So this is definitely a movie that you're definitely going to have to lock your mind, not just your eye, but your mind into. And so yeah, for that reason, Neon Demon definitely deserves number 2 on my list. Definitely my favorite of the year. I love it. I've seen it 4 times, 5 times in the theater, watched the movie at least 10, 20 times. It's amazing. I love The Neon Demon. Now, my number 1 movie, what is it? What is it? Rogue One. That's right. It's Rogue One, a Star Wars movie, a Disney movie at that. I can't even believe this. I remember seeing The Force Awakens, what was it, last year, 2015. I saw The Force Awakens, and I didn't love it. I know a lot of people absolutely love that movie. There are some people who are like, oh, it's just a remake of The Force Awakens. How I look at The Force Awakens, I look at it this way. I look at it the same way I look at Jurassic World. Now, if you watch Jurassic World, people can say the same thing about that. That Jurassic World is just a remake of Jurassic Park. So you can look at The Force Awakens, Jurassic World as just like reboot quotes. They're just like a reboot of the franchise, but a sequel, but it's still the same movie as like the first installment. And so that's why I didn't like The Force Awakens, because it was just the same thing as A New Hope or any other Star Wars movie. It's exactly the same. I did not care. But I heard about Rogue One, and I said to myself, okay, I don't know about this. This seems like it will be decent, but it definitely won't be anything that I will be head over heels for or anything like that. And so I was a bit excited. I was still a little hesitant because The Force Awakens was still in my brain, and I didn't really like that movie. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, I had fun. Second time I saw Force Awakens, I thought it was boring, so I will never watch that movie again. So I was really hesitant about Rogue One. But I went to the theater, and I was completely blown away by it. I was so pleasantly surprised at how good this movie was. Like, the acting in it from every character, from every actor, is phenomenal. They all have their own unique style, their own unique personalities, their own character traits. Everything is just really extremely well crafted and handled. The music in this movie definitely tells the audience how to feel, and it definitely gets your adrenaline pumping. And I would say that the directing in here is very fantastic. Like, just the images in the film, it's so beautiful the way it's shot, and it feels like it's on a big scope. And the execution of the story, I will say this, is that not everything is completely told in this movie on a surface level, just like most of the movies on my list. Everything that you would need to learn about each individual character is told through expression, and it is told through just very brief moments of dialogue, to where for someone watching it for the first time, it can be a bit jarring because the film moves so fast that you could easily miss something. And I have seen this movie, honestly, I've seen this movie at least 4 or 5 times in the theater. I plan on buying it when it comes out, because like I said, I'm so surprised that I actually like this movie. I couldn't believe this, and I still can't believe this, and I like this movie. I absolutely love this movie. I would say it's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars movies out of all the Star Wars movies I have seen. It is definitely the best movie of 2016. Just on the fact that, it's a beautiful film to look at. It has an amazing soundtrack. It has an amazing cast of characters who are extremely memorable. It has a very multi-layered story. There's not just one thing going on. There's a bunch of subplots in the movie. So the movie definitely keeps you not only on the edge of your seat, but it keeps your brain working, and it keeps you thinking about what's going on and how things connect to each other. And by the end of it all, I was just like completely sweaty, and my heart was pounding, and I was just like constantly thinking about this movie after it was over, how much I want to see it again. This movie is so good. Even if you don't like Star Wars and you didn't like The Force Awakens like myself, I highly recommend Rogue One. It is a phenomenal movie, not just a Star Wars movie, but just a phenomenal movie in general. And I love it, and it is great, and that's why it is number 1 on this list. Thank you for watching. If you would like to read my reviews on all the movies I've just mentioned, please look in the description box and then click on the IMDb links. I'll see you in 2017.